Welcome to CXO, a magical podcast to help you serve better and concoct experiences that are superlative in nature. I'm your host, Supriya Sharma, bringing to you in each episode didactic nuggets so you can get inspired to sprinkle stardust in your company, your home, and the community on the whole.
On our podcast today with us is Gregorio Uglioni, who's a specialist in business transformation, innovation, and customer experience. He's the host of the podcast called CX Goalkeeper. He's been a judge at several international events and a co-author of the global best-selling book, Customer Experience 3. He's one of the few CCXPs in Switzerland and the world's first certified ACXS Plus. Now, Gregorio holds 2 masters from the University of Zurich. He started his career at Accenture and now is the head of business and excellence and customer experience at the leading credit card company in Switzerland. Welcome to our show, Gregorio.
Thank you very much, Supriya. It's really a big pleasure to be on your show. Thank you for the invitation. And I hope that we will have a nice discussion today.
Yeah, and we are here to talk about customer experience. I wonder, what is the soccer pitch doing behind you there?
Oh, that's my play field. We can discuss and play. And on the soccer field, it's not always having a match and trying to win, but it's also a lot of training. And I think as CX professionals, we are doing a lot of training. We are learning a lot. We are discussing a lot. And I am sure also in this discussion, I will learn something that then I can apply in my daily job.
So, Gregorio, we are really excited to get to know you better and to learn how the CX can be related to soccer or football, as it might be called in several parts of the world.
This is a great question, and I often get these questions. And I think customer experience is a team sport. This is where we should start and we can start. And this was also the motto of the Customer Experience Day on the 5th of October. It means Greg alone or yourself alone, you cannot really change something in a company. It's all the team having the same target, trying to achieve the same results that enable this transformation in customer experience. And as we know, our common friend James Dodkins is always speaking about the successful customer outcome. It means thinking about what should we do, what do we need to do to achieve results for the customers. And if we have our customer engaged with us, then we can also achieve our business results. Customer experience, it's not only about something fluffy and making happy customer. Customer experience, it's really a discipline or a science, if we quote Ian Golding, and it's about improving acquisition, improving retention, improving the share of wallet, and reducing the cost to serve, and also managing the risk that companies have. And there are quite a lot of frameworks, interesting way to handle that and to achieve the result that we really want to achieve.
So I love the way you correlated customer experience and soccer, saying that both are team sports. And we are not actually going to get into which is better, whether it's Barcelona or it's Real Madrid, but we are going to get into the real stuff, talking about the team members in the field of CX, in the field of customer experience. Who are the different team members that we have? We have the data, we have the technology, and of course, we have the humans who are the part of this ecosystem. Now, coming to technology specifically, how do you think technology can play a role in improving the customer experience? The reason I'm asking this very generic sounding question is we have the artificially intelligent bots these days, or we have the virtual assistants, okay? You go to any website, you have a virtual assistant who you can talk to and who can tell you about the products and services. But as humans, we are never satisfied. When I say never, I mean 99% of the times, we are not satisfied by the responses which are given to us by those virtual assistants. We want a human connection. We want to be supported. We want to be assisted by someone who exists in real, right? So where does technology come in? How can we use technology to enhance the customer experience that we want to create for the people we are serving?
What you are saying, it totally makes sense, and we are already quite aligned on this discussion. For me, the two words answer is experiences are human, and therefore technology is not yet there that it can really create this human touch and human feelings. Technology is improving dramatically. There are a lot of great solutions on the market. And I think I would like to elaborate this answer from two different points of view. The first one, it's really exactly this discussion between technology and human beings. And for me, there it's quite clear. Technology is only a mean. It's the way to help create these experiences that then are delivered by humans, because experiences are also elaborated by humans. I am a CX professional, but I am also a customer. And when I have an interaction, a real interaction with somebody, it's completely different than speaking with a chatbot. Nowadays, it's possible because in some cases, I want a quick answer. Please give me the answer when I can call this company, or please give me a new PIN for my, or new password for my login. And this is something that I can do automatically because I want to have it quite quickly in a convenient way, and technology is the means to help supporting these experiences. But at the end, the real key differentiator for every company are the human beings. And these are not only the human beings in the contact center, serving the customer, solving customer issues, but are also the humans in the company running the business and creating new business, run the business and change the business. And therefore, human beings still are the key success factor of companies, of customer experience, because they are making the difference.
Sure. And when we talk about customers, I mean the internal customers or the team members or the employees who we might call, when we talk about the employees and the technology working hand in hand for providing a magical experience to the external customers or the patrons, does proactivity also have a role to play there?
Sure. It's for me, it's a game changer. Proactivity is extremely important. Let's go in the topic where, let's say, I am stronger. This is customer service.
Okay.
For me, the example is always the same. If I send you a new pair of shoes and my brand promise say I deliver within 5 days, and I know that I'm not able to deliver within 5 days, why do I wait as a company that you call me and you complain saying, oh, it's the 5th day, where are my shoes? And therefore, I know that I should inform you in advance and telling you, we are super sorry, we are sure, we ensure you that the shoes are coming, but it takes a bit longer. Exactly the same as in the credit card business. And here I have a lot of examples that I can share. Only one is the issuer, the company that gives you the credit card, block the credit card, and then wait that you call to tell us you blocked my credit card. What the hell? Sorry, I need to inform you, dear customer, we blocked your card because we had fraud case. We blocked your card because you forgot to pay your bill. We blocked your card because of this, of that. And then you can create an interaction with the customer. It's a positive one because I can tell you this happens, these are the next steps, and then you are informed. At the end, this is the key. Being proactive, it's a game changer. A lot of companies are doing that. For example, the well-known example of Amazon, that you always know where your parcel is. But a lot of other companies should learn from that, and they can optimize the interaction with the customers.
That word optimization is really key here, because being proactive to a very great degree, in the sense, take the example of Amazon. I, as a customer, might not like receiving continuous notifications on my package is right now. I don't want those notifications. When it's the day for me to receive my package, I'll simply receive that package. So what is that appropriate level of proactivity that is required, which is not too much and which is not too less?
Now, I think here we are speaking about personalization or individualization of experiences. And I think, as we discussed earlier, technology is there to support that. And you can say, I would like only to get one notification each week, and other people that are back again in the credit card business, or that are really, for them, it's really important security and knowing everything what happens, then they can get, let's say, daily or hourly updates what is happening with the credit card. And proactivity is again key, not only between customers and companies, that I inform you as a customer, but this is also what we expect in company from our employees, that they are proactive, they are creating solution for customer, if we say in customer service, but also that they are doing trainings, they are learning new things, and they are bringing new ideas. And this, we are back to the central role of our employees, that they get proactive, and we need to empower them. This is something that we as leader, we need to do.
Coming to empowerment of the employees, and specifically the employees who are frontliners or who are directly interacting with the customers. One question I'll ask you here: what is the key for an organization if it wants to empower its employees? Which is that one thing that they need to take care of if they talk about empowerment of the frontliners?
Oh, if it's only one thing, it's quite difficult. But I think I would start from saying, if I hire one employee, it means I trust him. And then please work on this trust, ensure that this trust relationship is there. And every employee in the service, but also everywhere, wake up in the morning to do something that it's meaningful. And they don't wake up to say, I want to destroy something or damage my company. And therefore, never forget that if you hire somebody, you trust him, and you should give him also the trust.
Sure. And when it comes to trust, it's about a relationship which exists between the customer and the company. So when we are talking of such a relationship, it's a two-way traffic, actually, and both have responsibilities. It's not just the sole responsibility of the company, but it is the responsibility of the customer also to make sure that we are having a great interaction. Now, in that case, I read about the virtual irritant matrix in your chapter that you wrote for the global best-selling book. Can you tell us about that a little more?
Yes, it's the value irritant matrix. And it's not my matrix. It's explained the first time in the book, The Best Service is No Service, from Bill Price and Jaffa. And this is all about understanding which interaction, which discussion with the customer create value or are irritating. And this from two different point of views, from two different angles. One is from the customer point of view, and one is from the company point of view. Only for making an example, if it's a value added for the customer and it's a value for the company, then there the suggestion is to being proactive, invest, leverage these opportunities. It's the example that I'm using in the book is if somebody wants to cancel the subscription to a newspaper, to a book, then it's important to leverage this opportunity to understand the customer needs, to offer something to the customer that creates value, and at the same time you are creating value for your company because you are, for example, selling a new subscription. And for each of these combination, if it's irritating or create value for the customer, you have different ideas, different strategies how to address this interaction. It's not always about automating, but it's also to eliminate interaction that are irritating for the customer or for the company, or to simplify interaction which are irritating for the customer and create value for the company. And this is all around this compliance task that I need to confirm that you are still living at this place. Then I need to extremely simplify this process in order to create the value that I need as a company and not irritating you as a customer.
Makes sense.
I could speak about this topic hours, but I know it's only a short podcast. If somebody would like to have some additional information, please contact me or have a look at the book Customer Experience 3. and then happy to discuss about it.
Oh, yes. And then you mentioned of the original book where this matrix has been borrowed from. You said
Yes.
it's titled "The Best Service is No Service." So how come that title? Have you been able to analyze that in some way?
This was one of the big questions that Amazon was having or was discussing, and Bill Price is the first VP of customer service at Amazon, and he was discussing with his bosses, and they said the best service is no service. I think no company is able to do that, and also Amazon is not able, because often, and we are back to the experiences. An experience is an end-to-end experience, and it means I select something in Amazon. Amazon needs to ship that to me. Somebody needs to deliver it to my doors, and it means more companies are involved in this process. And for me, it's always Amazon responsible for the delivery and of this parcel or what I bought. But there it's important that if you offer some service, that it makes sense and it helps. Therefore, it's not possible not to service the customer, but it's important to focus what really makes sense. And based on the fact that experiences are more than the interaction with only one company, because, for example, also the delivery companies is involved to manage this expectation and to make that understandable for the customers.
Yes, and as we discussed, customer experience is about creating a customer-focused value. It's kind of an engine that creates that value. So when we are talking about creating value, there are always misconceptions in some functions of the organization as to what or how to define value. For some, value is exactly in terms of money, which the organization brings in as revenue. Whereas there are other functions which understand that, okay, value can be in terms of an experience that you're creating for a customer, or it could be in terms of retaining a customer. So how do we standardize that across the organization in terms of the fact that all of us, regardless of the function we are coming from and regardless of our position in the hierarchy, all of us in the company should understand what it means for us to create value for our customers? What is that value that we want to create for our customers?
If I would have the perfect answer, then I would not be here, I think, but I would sell quite a lot of consulting mandates. Basically, for me, we are back to the first topic that we discussed, and this is something that that came from James Totkins. What is the successful customer outcome? What we want to achieve for the customer? And basically, it's like in football or soccer. At the end, the result that it's really important is you need to score more goals than the other team, and then you win. You can check all the metrics, how many passes, how many corners, how many red cards, how many yellow cards, and all this stuff. But at the end, the company has a purpose, has a vision, and they need also to define what is the key metrics. And it's sure we are in business. For some companies is the maximization of shareholders' values. For other companies, it's extremely important to focus on acquisition, market share, and there it needs to come from the top. And then based on this requirement, this definition, then it needs to be cascaded into all the different departments, and everybody should work through one target, because I think one of the biggest issues that we have in companies is this silos view. One company needs to decrease cost. One department needs to decrease the cost. The other needs to improve revenues, and often they are not matching these targets, and it makes extremely complicated in the collaboration.
Perfect. Now, since I'm not able to stop myself from asking something just because I see that green football field behind you, let me put forward this last question in my mind that comes to my mind. You mentioned of scoring goals as an organization, right? As a CX professional, what does scoring goals mean for us?
Oh, this is really an interesting question, and again, very challenging. The quality of your question is extremely high, but trying to answer your questions, I think scoring goals, it's every day trying to motivate, trying to help people understanding that customer centricity is important. Basically, I want also to be honest and transparent. Customer centricity or customer experience is one discipline that is important in a company. It's not the only one. And oftentimes we as customer experience professionals, we are super passionate and we are extremely focusing only on customer experience. But for a company, it's one discipline among a lot of other disciplines. And therefore, it's important for us CX professional to celebrate success every day and to show, lead by example, share good example of good customer stories, share bad examples, what is possible to improve, say thank you to the people that are collaborating, and then you can score a lot of small goals to achieve really one great goal, that is this customer-centric transformation that you want to achieve. I don't have the secret sauce, but I think success is defined by a lot of small, let's say, fight that you win to bring your company to understand that without customer, there is no business at all. And you can really start with small things, saying thank you, motivating people, explaining why customer experience is important, and sharing good customer experiences.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for that tip for scoring goals as CX professionals, Gregorio. We really enjoyed the conversation with you. Thanks for being with us on CXO today.
Thank you. It was really a great pleasure. Thank you for the invite. It was an outstanding discussion, and I hope that you enjoyed it.
Thanks for listening to CXO with your host, Supriya. I hope you enjoyed a dive into the nitty-gritty of customer experience. If you are committed to applying these ideas in the real world, stay tuned with me. Don't forget to check out all the links and resources in the show notes. That's all for this episode, folks. See you next time.